Good day, grade 8 students. Welcome to our social studies class. This video is a recap makeup class, especially for those students who were not able to attend our Google Meet live discussion today. Okay, class, before our discussion, I would like to have a short recap of the last topics that we discussed. So first, we have studied about family. What is a family? A family is defined as a group of people related by blood, marriage, or adoption. Families share common traits with other families, such as meeting needs for family members and for society. Each member also has certain roles and responsibilities. Now, class, let me just clarify to you that family are not the only people that are in our family or within the family members. Family are also people who care for us, who loves us and protects us, like our friends and the people who are close to us. Now, class, our topic for this week is about religion and economy. Before we continue with our discussion, I would like us to read the words to learn or vocabulary words that we will be studying in our next slides. Please repeat after me so you can still practice your reading skills and your speaking skills even if you're just at home. You can write these vocabulary words in your notebook too if you still want to practice your writing skills. Now let's start reading. Number one, religion. Number two, guideline. Number three, economy. Number four, products. Number five, services. Now, class, let us study these words one by one. Religion, a system of beliefs and practices around sacred things, a set of shared stories that guide belief and action. Religious beliefs help shape social behavior by setting expectations and helping people distinguish between right and wrong. Because many people believe that religion is a guideline for us to be a better person by knowing what is right and what is wrong. Now, class, the second word is guideline. So, what is a guideline? It is a detailed plan or explanation to guide you in setting standards or determining a course of action. A rule or principle that provides guidance to appropriate behavior. And the last one, a guideline is any document that aims to streamline particular processes according to a set of routine. So class, when you say guideline, these are usually rules that you have to follow or things that you have to do in order for you to come up with the thing that you want to achieve. Next one, economy. So what is an economy? An economy or economic system is the way a nation makes economic choices about how the nation will use its resources to produce and distribute goods and services. So when we say economy class or economic system, these talk about goods, services, production, distribution, and manufacturing. Next class, we have the word products. So what do you mean by the word product? What is a product? People buy want satisfaction, not objects. For example, consumers buy television because they want entertainment, not because they want a box with a screen. Product, bundle of physical service and symbolic attributes designed to enhance buyers' want satisfaction. So products or goods are things that we see, that we touch, that we consume, that we use. Now class, the last word, services. What is a service? A service is something done for someone else. Sometimes people are paid for their service, sometimes they are not. Like this one, cutting hair. They cut your hair or the barber cut your hair and in return you have to pay his service. Cooking and fighting fires. So these are the words to learn. Let us repeat reading. Religion, guideline, economy, products, and services. Now, class, what are the objectives of the lesson? Why do we have to study this one? Because, number one, students must be able to know what religion is. And number two, students must be able to know what economy is. Religion. What is a religion? A religion is an organized system of beliefs, ceremonies, and rules used to worship a god or a group of gods. So below in here, class, are different symbols of different religion. Now, class, these symbols are symbols of different religions in the world. So we have here Buddhism, the different symbols of Christianity. We also have Hinduism, Islam, Jainism. We have 2 symbols. Judaism, paganism. We have 3 symbols. Sikhism, Shinto, and Taoism. Now, class, in this part, you may open your book so you can highlight the important words so that when it comes to our midterm exams, during review, you will know what to read and what not. Religion is a good friend when having no one to turn to. When people face problems and have no idea how to sort them out, they could follow their religion's guidelines to find the answer. For Christianity, when we have problems, we pray, we talk to God. That is how religion helps us to feel comfort, to feel that someone up there is guiding us, protecting us, and helping us. Now, class, let us continue about religion. So these are the different golden rules from different religions in the world. But let us just read the 4 major religions in the world. Hurt not others with that which pains yourself. For Hinduism. For Islam, no one of you is a believer until he desires for his brother what he desires for himself. For Christianity, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. For Hinduism, this is the sum of duty. Do no to others that which, if done to thee, would cause pain. Next class, I'm going to show you different religious places. So we have here mosque, we have here temples, and we also have here very calm and serene places in which you can go and you can practice meditation or just have a quiet time talking with your God. Now, class, let us continue reading what religion is, and please refer to your book and underline these important words that you see in your monitor. Religion helps remind people of doing good deeds and being kind to one another. This helps make a peaceful society. The religious places are where ceremonies, cultures, and arts are well conserved and passed on to the next generation. So yes, class, religions help us to do good and to not do what is wrong. It helps us also to have a better place to live in. Religious places are places where people go to worship their gods.
What is economics? The typical first-year student walks into his first economics class with very little idea of what economics is. He might have heard something like, economics is the study of money, or economics is another word for accounting, or economics is hard, don't take that class. But none of those are true. Economics is the study of the use of scarce resources that have alternative uses. That's the classic definition of economics. Basically, there are people, and people need resources to fulfill their desires. These resources cannot be infinite, but the desires can be, so people need to make choices about how to use their scarce resources. Economists study these choices. All economic questions fall into one of two categories: positive and normative. Positive economics describes what is, and normative economics argues for what ought to be. So a question like, why do people use money, is a positive question, and should people use money is a normative question. A general rule of thumb is that if your economic model has no value judgments, it's positive economics. Whereas if it does have value judgments, it's normative economics, since to tell someone what he ought to do, you first have to judge what is best for him. Economics is also divided into microeconomics and macroeconomics. Microeconomics studies the behavior of individual agents and markets, while macroeconomics studies the behavior of the entire economy. Economists also have their own branch of statistics called econometrics that specialize to analyzing economic data. Since economic data usually comes from the real world and not from controlled experiments, econometrics faces mathematical challenges that other fields might not. The tools economists have developed to study human behavior have broad uses outside of what we would traditionally consider economics. Economists study not only markets, but things like crime, war, the family, religion, culture, politics, law, and even genetics. That's why it's not unusual to see papers by psychologists, sociologists, criminologists, political scientists, anthropologists, biologists, neuroscientists, or legal scholars being co-authored by economists.
Okay, next class, our last topic for today is about economy. A lot of people in society work to run the system, and there are lots of things they must agree upon, like currency. When you say currency, the money of a country, taxes, the money that the people pay to the government for the development of the country, and of course, products is standardization. Also, economy is a system in which people exchange products and services through buying and selling, or what we call barter or trade. This could refer to manufacturing or producing products, distributing and selling through selling products, and of course, consuming by the consumers. It is where and how grown-ups make use of their knowledge and experiences to earn money for themselves and their family. It provides different kinds of work which require different types of skills. Of course, if you studied about education, then you can teach. Not because you are a teacher, you can also heal a person that is sick, you can also build a house. No. If you want to be someone someday, like for example, you want to be a teacher, then study about teaching. Because you cannot teach if you studied about computer programming. Well, you teach about computer programming, but like Miss MJ, I study about education, I study about techniques in teaching, so I can teach. But it doesn't mean that I can do the job of an engineer. No. Okay, so always remember that different kinds of work requires different types of knowledge and skills. Now, going back to economy, what is a service? A service is something done for someone else. Sometimes people are paid for their service. Sometimes they are not. So I explained this one to you already a while ago. People do things for us. So in return, we have to pay them back. Next class, what is a good? A good is something you can see and feel. It is something you can use, like car, books, bicycle. These things you can touch, these things you can see. And if you want to have them, then you buy them you exchange your money to these products. Now class, it's time for me to give you activity for today. And these are the following questions. Number 1, define religion or what is religion? You have to write the meaning of religion in there. Number 2, why religion serves as a guideline how to live a good life. And number 3, what would happen to a country with severe economic crisis? Now class, please answer the following questions that I posted here in Google Classroom. And if you want to watch and review about this topic discussion, then you can always replay the video. If you have any question, you can always send me a message in my personal line account. Good luck, everyone! Okay, class, it's the end of our discussion. So I'll see you again next time. I'll see you again tomorrow in our virtual class. Bye, everyone. Stay safe.